if someone's coming from, being in classes at Rhodes and they go to work for a startup in the Valley, what's the biggest culture shock going to be then? What's the biggest difference in culture at one of those companies?
Um, let me, God, ask me the other one first, because let me think
Okay.
about
All right. Let's see. I got to read the other one.
that.
Um, oh, yeah. Okay. This is a good one. Do you think that if you're coming out of college and you have aspirations to start a company at some point, do you think you should get a job before you go and start that company? Is that going to give you valuable experience and maybe a little bit more, financial padding? Or should you just go straight into it, the time is now type of thing? What do you think?
So I think it totally depends on the person, totally depends on the opportunity. I mean, if you have like an amazing opportunity right now and you feel passionate about it, like you should just go do it. Because, the problem with getting a job is if you want to work in the industry you want to disrupt, sometimes you get too invested into that industry and you kind of can't see it through fresh eyes.
Yeah.
Also, you go in and you think you're going to build this financial cushion. That never happens. Like you're making $60,000, which is like a hell of a lot more than I made out of school as a writer, and like you're spending that money. I mean, you just don't build a financial cushion. So it's like if that's your reason, don't do it. If it's to get some experience, there's certainly you are a better boss if you have worked for other bosses. So I think there's some of that that's valuable. But I think it depends on the industry. I mean, if you're trying to disrupt something with fresh, young eyes, I think that it's valuable. For me, there's no way I could have done this company right out of school. I needed to work in media for 15 years and understand, the art and craft of reporting and storytelling. And also, like, I needed to have been sued before. I needed to have been threatened before. I mean, we've had very, very scary things happen to us, and I've been able to have my reporters back because as a reporter, I'd gone through that, and I'd had editors who had my back. So I think there are certain industries where having that job experience is so much more valuable. But, again, the great thing about entrepreneurship is it's totally individualistic. So, like, listen to your gut. I mean, maybe the best experience you have is trying, even if you fail. And let's see, culture shock. I think the culture shock will be how much free food there is everywhere.